Ryan, what is this letter supposed to mean?
It's pretty obvious, isn't it? It says what it says.
I'm too shocked to accept this.
I don't blame you, but it's your fault.
No, that's not it. Your handwriting is so awful I can't read what it says. Seriously, what does it say? It looks like someone testing pens at Office Depot.
It said you can't even read basic writing. Maybe I used too many difficult words. Even the simple stuff is unreadable to you.
I've been asking you to work on your handwriting for years. Remember when you wrote that birthday card to my mom and she thought it was from a 3rd grader?
Your mom never liked me anyway.
That's not the point. I legitimately cannot read this scratch.
Well, it's an important letter. You should try harder.
I already threw it in the trash, so just tell me what it said over text.
Fine. Whatever. I'm saying I want a divorce.
Are you serious right now? You left a barely legible note about wanting a divorce?
Oh, I don't feel any spark with you anymore. No spark, so I'm leaving. Simple, right?
This isn't like throwing away old clothes, you know. Can I get an actual explanation?
What's the point of explaining? Will that suddenly make me feel a spark for you again?
We've been married for 3 years, Ryan. I deserve more than some scribbled note and a text message.
3 boring years. I need excitement in my life. You're too predictable. Always the same routine, same food, same everything.
Let me guess, there's someone else who gives you that spark.
Wow, good guess. That's exactly right. But I'm not admitting to anything. I'll leave it to your imagination.
You just admitted it right there. Are you even listening to yourself?
I don't want to pay alimony. I mean, I basically just admitted it, but anyway, the reason doesn't matter. I'm divorcing you. It's your fault for not being attractive enough.
Not attractive enough? When was the last time you even looked at me? You're always on your phone or out working late.
I look at you plenty. That's how I know there's nothing to see.
Attractive? I guess I'm serving a life sentence with 0 chance of parole. What's my crime exactly? I always knew having such an idiot for a husband was risky, so fine by me. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
Warn me about what?
About me just moving on to happiness. You've turned a powerful ally into an enemy, so you'd better prepare for a rough road ahead.
What are you talking about? I won't struggle at all. I work for a top company as a top businessman. I'm a young ace everyone trusts at work.
The young ace? You're 31 and you're an assistant manager. Let's not exaggerate.
My potential is unlimited. Everyone knows I'm next in line for promotion. Someone like me won't struggle just because I left you.
You're living in a fantasy world if you think life is going to be easier without me. Who do you think has been managing our finances, paying the bills, keeping track of your schedule?
I can handle all that boring stuff. It's not rocket science.
You might not see it now, but eventually you'll want me back. And when that time comes, I won't be able to help you anymore. You still say you won't regret this?
You're getting way too full of yourself. Stop acting high and mighty when you're so dumb.
You're the last person who should be calling anyone dumb.
Very mature. This is exactly why I'm leaving.
No, you're leaving because you think the grass is greener somewhere else. Good luck with that.
You really don't know anything, do you? You'll be begging me to come back in a month.
Keep telling yourself that if it helps you sleep at night. Oh, and by the way, get out of the apartment. The lease is in my name.
What? The lease is mine.
I was living in this apartment on my own before you moved in when we got married. This place is definitely in my name.
But I'm the man. Since I'm the man, the lease has to be in my name.
What? How incredibly stupid can you be? Why would being a man automatically make the lease yours?
Men are supposed to provide shelter. That's how marriage works.
Maybe in the 1950s. Welcome to the modern world, Ryan. Check the lease agreement if you don't believe me.
This is ridiculous. I paid most of the rent anyway.
A complete lie. I've been covering 70% of our expenses for the last year.
You should be the one to leave. I'm going to live here with Sophia.
Sophia? Is that your affair partner's name?
That's right. She's way prettier and smarter than you.
Wow, you didn't even try to hide it. So much for I'm not admitting to anything.
Not that I'm admitting to the affair.
You've been admitting it this whole time.
Whatever. Sophia appreciates me. She laughs at my jokes. She thinks I'm amazing.
Of course she does. You're probably paying for her attention.
It's not true. She generally likes me for me. Anyway, you need to move out.
Even if I left, you couldn't afford the rent.
Well, that's true. I could easily afford it, but that would be a waste of money.
So you admit you can't afford it. Interesting.
I said I could afford it. I just don't want to waste money. Fine, I'll move out. You should be grateful.
If you were planning to kick me out, why bother leaving a note?
You've been complaining nonstop. Don't contact me when you get lonely.
Trust me, loneliness will be the last thing I feel when you're gone.
I'm going to nurture true love with Sophia.
You've admitted to the affair way too many times.
It's not an affair if we're getting divorced. It's called moving on.
It's an affair if it started while we were still married, which it clearly did.
Whatever. I'm packing my things now.
Good. The sooner you leave, the sooner I can start enjoying my life again.
You'll miss me. They all do.
How many ex-wives do you have that I don't know about?
You know what I mean. Women always miss me.
Sure they do. I'll miss you like I'd miss a toothache. So, you're getting divorced just like that? That was pretty quick. Why did you marry a guy like that in the first place? Back in college, he was actually really sweet. He was a bit clueless, but everyone liked him, and he was fun to be around. But I think that made him too confident. When did you first notice him changing? Probably about a year into our marriage, he started coming home late, making excuses about work. At first, I believed him, but then the credit card bills started showing charges at places I knew weren't work-related. Did you confront him about it? Several times. He always had some excuse ready. Now, he's completely different from how he was in college. People really can change. He's definitely cheating on you, 100%. Aren't you going to sue him? I don't really want to be involved with him anymore. Honestly, I'm relieved to be getting divorced. Really? You're not heartbroken at all? I was heartbroken a year ago when I realized the person I married was gone. Now I'm just tired. The Ryan I fell in love with disappeared a long time ago. True, he's gone from naive to just plain exhausting, with a bad personality on top of it. Wait, how do you know so much about Ryan? Hold on, do you think I'm the other woman? Seriously? I'm not! Don't misunderstand. Seriously. I know. Ryan called her Sophia, not Jessica. Right. You getting all flustered just makes you look suspicious, though. Sorry, I just panicked for a second. The thought of you thinking I'd betray you like that was too much. So what is it then? How do you know about Ryan's personality change? Well, this is something I was going to keep secret due to client confidentiality, but... What? You're scaring me. Since you're divorcing him anyway, I guess it's okay to tell you. The truth is, Ryan was a regular at my club. Wait, really? The gentleman's club you manage? My Ryan? Yes, he started coming about a year ago. At first, just occasionally, then more and more frequently. Yes, and he was seriously into our dancer, Sophia. I kind of saw this coming. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Because he was a customer, and as a professional, I can't just gossip about clients. I understand, but we're best friends. You could have at least given me a heads up. I wanted to, believe me. I almost called you so many times. But then I'd think about how hurt you'd be, and I couldn't bring myself to do it. I understand, but we're best friends. You could have at least given me a heads up. I'm sorry. I really struggled with whether to tell you. I was worried you might get hurt. I shouldn't blame you. That was unfair of me. Sorry. It's okay. You're obviously shaken up by all this. If it helps, I did try to discourage him. I even banned him once when he got too rowdy, but he always came back. How long has this been going on exactly? About 8 months. He was spending a lot of money there. I was worried he might be using your joint funds. That explains the credit card bills. I thought he was just going to regular bars. It's worse than that. He was spending thousands every month. I think deep down you're angry that you took care of Ryan all this time, but he never even realized it. I served him a few times, and he was just so self-confident that nothing ever got through to him. He probably doesn't remember a single thing anyone's ever done for him. What a jerk. Now I'm getting angry. Then you should demand compensation from him. Doesn't it make you mad that he's getting away with this? You're right. I'll hire a lawyer and make him pay alimony. That's the spirit. Make him realize there are consequences to his actions. But first, I need a drink, a strong one. Come to my club tonight. I'll open a bottle of champagne on the house. Really? Is that okay? Of course, you've been busy with work and must be exhausted. I'll reserve the VIP section and we can drink all night. That sounds perfect. I need to let loose after dealing with Ryan's drama. I'll make sure to put you at my best table, far away from where Ryan usually sits, just in case. Is there a chance he'll be there tonight? I don't want to run into him. Doubtful. He hasn't been in for a few days, and if he does show up, I'll have security escort him out. Hey, can you call Sophia to our table? I'm curious what she's like, and I'd like to have a drink with her. Don't be creepy. What's that supposed to mean? I mean, I understand your curiosity, but confronting her might not end well. I don't want to confront her, I just want to see the woman my husband left me for. Sophia already left the club. About a month ago. Really? So she and Ryan are meeting outside the club? I guess so, if he's planning to divorce you for her. He must be serious about marrying her. I thought he was just obsessed with a dancer who wasn't interested. Now I'm even more angry. Did he mention marriage to you? No, he just said he's going to nurture true love with her. Classic Ryan living in his fantasy world. That's the spirit. Tonight, let's drink that anger away. Let's do it!
Man, it's been a while. Bet you're happy to hear from me. I'll get right to it. I'm giving you the privilege of getting back together with me.
I'm sorry, who is this?
What? Why are you messing around?
Excuse me, but speaking to a stranger like this...
We're not strangers. Why are you pretending you don't know me?
I honestly have no idea who this is. You're not on my contacts.
How could you delete my number after everything we've been through? It's Ryan. Remember me already.
Ryan?
Yes, it's me, your ex-husband.
Ryan from 2 years ago? The one who left me for a dancer named Sophia?
Why don't you recognize my name? I'm your ex-husband, for crying out loud.
My ex-husband? Are you kidding me right now?
Obviously, you haven't forgotten me. You might be trying to act tough, but it's obvious you've been missing me.
It took me a moment to place you because I haven't thought about you in ages.
I don't believe that for a second. You must have been counting the days until I contacted you again.
What kind of nerve do you have texting me? Who would miss you? I've been happily living without even thinking about you.
Whatever. The more you protest, the more pathetic it looks. Anyway, this is your last chance to get back together with me.
Last chance? There was a first chance?
Don't play dumb. You know you've been hoping I'd come back. What's it going to be?
It's going to be a hard no. I don't want to get back together. And I won't be responding to any more texts. Goodbye.
Wait, don't be hasty. You haven't even heard my proposal.
There's nothing to hear. We're divorced. It's over.
But I've changed. I'm a better man now.
I highly doubt that.
You can act tough now, but you'll regret it later. This is your last chance to get back with me. If you don't stop me, I'm getting remarried. Are you okay with that?
Remarried? You're getting remarried?
Of course, to Sophia. We're finally tying the knot. We've been deepening our love for 2 years.
That's interesting. So why are you texting me if you're about to get married?
To give you a chance to win me back, of course. That's why I decided to give you this last chance.
I don't understand. Just marry her then.
Nah, that would be, boring.
No, it wouldn't be boring. You're marrying someone you promised to marry.
That's too ordinary and boring. I want something more exciting, like you begging me to come back.
That's never going to happen.
So here's your last chance for me. What's it going to be?
I'm already remarried with twins, so...
What? You're married?
Yes, for over a year now.
You have kids? No way.
Twin boys. They just turned 1 last month. There's no chance of getting back with you, Ryan. Thanks for the offer, but I'll pass.
Wait, hold on. What kind of guy did you marry? Probably some loser.
That's none of your business. Besides, finding a guy who's worse than you would be almost impossible.
How can you say that? I'm not pathetic at all. I'm successful, handsome, and smart. Any woman would be lucky to have me.
If you're so great, why are you texting your ex-wife instead of planning your wedding?
I told you I'm giving you a chance.
Fine. Ryan is not pathetic at all. Anyway, I need to take care of my kids, so I'm busy.
Wait, this is your last chance. I've been hugely successful at work, and I'm now a CEO.
CEO?
That's right. I've been incredibly successful and made it all the way to CEO.
CEO of what exactly?
A very important company. You wouldn't understand the details. You're really going to reject a man like me?
Yes, I am. My current family is what matters to me, and cut out the obvious lies about being a CEO. It's ridiculous.
What? You calling me a liar? I worked hard to get where I am.
Sophia left you, didn't she?
How do you know that? Who told you? Was it Jessica? I bet it was Jessica.
I have my sources. Be grateful she stayed with you for 2 years.
Grateful? She took all my money. You know how many things I bought her? Now I'm drowning in debt because of her.
Did she actually ask for those things?
What difference does that make? I want to impress her. She should have appreciated me more after everything I did for her.
So you voluntarily showered her with gifts and got dumped. That's on you.
A real man buys things without being asked. Waiting to be asked makes you a weak man.
That's not how relationships work. That's how you go broke, trying to buy someone's affection.
So what if I spend a little money? That's what it takes to keep a woman like Sophia.
So you agree she was only with you for your money?
No! She loved me for me! She just also appreciated the gifts. There's something wrong with that.
So you voluntarily showered her with gifts and got dumped. That's on you. I get it. Anyone would want to escape after being with you for 2 years.
It's not fair. I was a good boyfriend.
Clearly not good enough for her to stay.
Listen, just get back together with me. That's what you've been wanting all along.
No, I haven't. Seriously, I haven't. I'm going to ignore any more texts from you.
Don't ignore me. I need you. Things haven't been going well and I thought maybe... Fine. Damn it.
Ryan, I'm happy to see you after so long, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave for today.
What? You know how much money I spent at this place? Sophia's here, right? Bring her out.
Look, Sophia quit 2 years ago. You know that.
You're lying to me. She wouldn't just disappear. We had plans together. She promised me we'd be together.
I don't know what she promised you, but she's not here anymore.
You're hiding her here. I've been searching for months since she disappeared. Since I can't find her, someone must be hiding her.
No one is hiding her. She left of her own free will.
That's impossible. She loves me.
I really can't help you with that.
I'll keep watching at the entrance. I'll wait here all night if I have to. She has to come in eventually.
Ryan, she's not coming back. She doesn't work here anymore.
I'm a VIP customer. She'll at least offer me some water.
You haven't been here in over 2 years. You did spend a lot on drinks back then, but...
Back then? I'm still a valued customer.
You haven't spent any money here in years. That's not how being a customer works.
This place survived because of me. Don't forget that. Now bring Sophia out.
If our business was boosted by your spending, the credit goes to Sophia, who kept you so enthralled. My gratitude to you and my gratitude to Sophia go hand in hand.
What? Doesn't make any sense at all. You understand, right? What's with this person?
I understand perfectly. You were infatuated with Sophia, spent money on her, and now you're upset she's gone.
She's not gone. She's just hiding from me. Tell her I'm here. Tell her I still love her.
Fine, I'm calling the police.
What? You're doing what? Just bring Sophia out, or else I won't be responsible for what happens.
Are you threatening me in my own establishment?
Not threatening, just stating facts. If Sophia doesn't come out, I might get angry, and you don't want to see me angry.
So you got dumped by Sophia, felt lonely, contacted your ex-wife, got rejected there too, and now you're back looking for Sophia again. No offense, but you're the most pathetic person I've ever seen.
How do you know about... I'm not pathetic. I'm a CEO.
CEO, you were fired from your company.
What? How do you know that? Who's been talking about me?
It's common knowledge you embezzled company funds to spend on Sophia. It was so obvious that you got fired immediately.
That's not what happened. I borrowed a little money, that's all. I was going to pay it back.
Borrowing without permission is called stealing, Ryan. Then the company sued you, and now you're completely broke. That's why you're feeling so lonely now.
What's going on here? Why is everyone abandoning me? First Sophia, then Amanda, and now you're being mean to me too?
Well, I work in the nightlife industry, so I hear all kinds of information. News travels fast, especially about former big spenders who fall from grace.
Look, all the information you have is wrong. I'm marrying Sophia, I'm a CEO, and I'm rich.
Is that so? Well, please leave for today.
Don't you dare look down on me. I deserve respect. I made you all this money.
You just broke the glass in the door. My door!
So what? I'll pay for it. I'm rich, remember?
You just said you're drowning in debt when you were texting Amanda.
You talked to Amanda? What'd she say about me?
How dare you? I'll get Sophia back even if I have to use force.
Just wait right there. Hey, who's that guy?
That's security. You need to leave now.
I'm not leaving until I see Sophia.
She's not here, and even if she was, she doesn't want to see you.
Can't keep us apart. Our love is real. Amanda, please open the door and let me in. I'm being chased by a dangerous guy.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm being chased by some muscular bouncer. I'll explain later. Just open the door quickly.
Open what door?
The one I'm knocking on right now. Hurry up and open it.
Wait, are you at my place?
Yes, the apartment we lived in together. I remember the unit number. I'm definitely right. You're inside.
You're at our old apartment? Ryan, I moved out years ago.
If you keep ignoring me, I'll kick the door down.
Ryan, I don't live there anymore.
You're lying. You must still live here.
I'm married with twins now. I moved to a house.
A house? You're living in a house now?
Yes, as I told you before, I'm remarried with twins.
What? And who lives here now?
I don't know. Whoever moved in after I left. It's definitely a stranger now.
Why?
What's wrong?
Damn it! That muscular bouncer who was chasing me just came out of the apartment.
What? How is that possible?
That's what I want to know. What is going on here? Maybe I'm caught in some huge conspiracy.
Or maybe it's just a coincidence that the bouncer lives there now.
A coincidence? That's too convenient. You must have planned this.
So you ran away again?
Yeah, I escaped to an internet cafe. I can hide and remain at the same time. Two birds with one stone.
Why don't you try standing up to him?
What? No way. What if he sues me? Whoever throws the first punch loses.
That's rich coming from someone who just broke a glass door. You're just too scared to do anything but run away.
I'm not scared. I'm being strategic.
Strategic about hiding in an internet cafe?
What did you say? Don't underestimate me.
You run away from everything, and your fiancé ran away from you. What a life you have.
Shut up. In that case, I'll find your new house too.
What? Stop it. I'll report you for threatening me.
Just want to talk to explain my side of things.
There's nothing to explain. We're divorced. I'm remarried. End of story. If you're so tough, stand up to that bouncer instead of coming after me.
Damn it! Do I have to? If I beat that muscular guy, will you get back together with me?
What? No way.
Not even if I prove my manliness by beating him up?
Especially not then. That would just prove you're a violent idiot.
You probably married some boring guy. You're thinking you would have been better off with me, right?
I already told you I'm not thinking that. My husband is kind, responsible, and actually helps with the children. Everything you never were.
Could be a good father too. I teach those kids how to be a real man.
This is getting annoying. Go get beaten up already.
But he's just some nerdy guy with glasses, right? Did you marry the guy with glasses? You did, didn't you? And your house seems pretty big, which means there are a lot of ways to break in.
Wait, what? How do you know what our house looks like?
I have my sources too. See? I can play detective just like you.
Are you stalking me? That's illegal, Ryan.
It's not stalking if I'm just checking up on my ex-wife. Get back together with me, or I might break into your house.
Don't be ridiculous. That's straight up threatening me. You used to be a funny idiot, but now you're just a disgusting creep.
What do you mean, disgusting creep? I have nothing left to lose. Just admit you'll get back together with me.
I'm not going to admit that. I have twin children.
Then let me join and make it triplets.
That makes absolutely no sense. Do you even hear yourself right now? That's not how biology works.
You know what I mean? I'll be their new daddy.
Look, I'm really going to call the police. You already damaged Jessica's door.
What? You know the manager of that club?
I do. Jessica is my childhood friend, so I heard about your behavior.
Well, that's how it is. You've been spying on me this whole time.
It's not spying. Jessica just happened to tell me about the scene you caused at her club.
You two have been plotting against me, haven't you?
No one is plotting against you. Your actions have consequences, that's all.
Then do you know where Sophia is?
What?
You must know where Sophia is too.
How would I know where your ex-girlfriend is?
Because you're all in this together. You, Jessica, Sophia, you're all trying to ruin my life. Are you hiding her at your house?
Of course not. Are you crazy?
No, she's definitely there. Hand over Sophia.
She's not here. I haven't even met her.
I need someone's love right now.
That's actually kind of sad, Ryan.
Don't pity me. Just tell me where she is.
She's not here. Hey, don't you dare come here.
No, I'm coming to your house right now. So tell me your address.
What? What are you talking about? I thought you figured out my house and husband.
I just found your social media account and saw pictures of your husband. I don't know the address, so tell me.
Like hell I will. You're seriously such an idiot. That was a close call. I need to be more careful with social media.
Damn it, Sophia's right there.
I told you she's not. Look, I might as well show you this.
What? Did you send something?
I actually found Sophia's social media account.
You did? Send it to me right now.
Turns out she just got married recently. That's a photo from her wedding.
Married? Oh, it can't be true. She promised to wait for me.
And she married a model. Sorry, but you don't stand a chance.
A model? Like a fashion model?
Yes, a successful one. They look very happy together.
She told me those guys were all shallow and fake. She said she preferred real men like me.
Why don't you just give up?
No way. Sophia. What am I supposed to do now?
Move on with your life like normal people do.
But I spent everything on her. I gave her my heart and my wallet.
Well, you lack appeal, so there's nothing you can do. Life sentence with 0 chance of parole, remember?
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
I'm not enjoying it. I just want you to leave me alone and move on with your life.
I can still win her back. I just need to show her how much I love her.
Ryan, she's married. Leave her alone.
Marriage is just a piece of paper. Her love is stronger than that.
This conversation is over. Don't contact me again.
Wait! At least tell me where I can find her!
Goodbye, Ryan. After that, Ryan was deeply hurt and was sulking on the street when he was caught by the muscular bouncer from Jessica's club. Ryan had to pay for the door repairs and damages. He already had substantial debt, but this incident added even more to it. And now he can barely keep his head above water financially. He's still going to gentlemen's clubs, crying about how he needs someone's love. It's kind of sad. Coincidentally, the apartment where Ryan and I used to live is now occupied by the bouncer's twin brother. That explained why the bouncer came out of the apartment. What a coincidence! I wonder how our twins will grow up. After this incident, my life has been smooth sailing. Jessica has increased her business revenue, opened a new location, and is now very busy running around everywhere. Sometimes I see Ryan on the street, but he's so worn out that he doesn't even talk nonsense anymore. He's gotten much quieter.
I'm so excited for this wedding. It is finally going to be happening tomorrow.
That's right. And I know that you've really been looking forward to this, Keegan. Although I didn't think you'd be getting as excited as you have been these past couple of weeks. But I'm glad to see you are that happy.
Of course I'm going to be getting excited about our wedding weeks in advance. And once this is all over with, we can finally get down to business being a married couple.
What? What do you mean get down to business? It's not like things are going to change that much for us once we have this wedding and are married.
Well, I guess so. I was more talking about myself. I'm so happy we moved into our new house so quickly.
Me too. I know that things were a bit stressful for you back when you still had to live at your mom's house. But with the house we have now, it's not in such a bad place for the both of us to be living, and it's not too far from my office. By the way, I'm almost home from work.
Oh, is that right? I haven't really made anything for dinner yet. Can you buy something on your way home then? Then you and I can have whatever you'd find for dinner together.
What? You still haven't made anything to eat for dinner? This is like the third time now of you doing this. I thought we'd already talked about how on days where you don't have to work, you should do the cooking so that we're not spending a whole lot of money on takeout. This week alone, I've been either having to do all the cooking for us or I've been having to get takeout when I'm coming home late.
Well, what's wrong with that? It won't be long before things change for the better between you and I, and we won't have to talk like this anymore. So please, buy us something good on your way home. I'm not in the mood to make anything up for us to eat right now.
What do you mean by that? Are you going to be getting a new job or something?
No, that's not at all what I'm talking about. This just has to do with me. All you have to do is look forward to what I'm talking about, since it's going to be a surprise.
A surprise? What could it be? Well, for the time being, I'll go find us something to eat, and then I'll be on my way home. I should be there soon, so please at least get all the cleaning done that I asked you to do today.
Congratulations on yesterday's wedding. I'm sure you're all tired out now, Allison. But even if you have been very busy lately with things like the wedding, things will only become more tough for you in these coming days. So while you have a little bit of breathing room, please take a break.
Good evening, Conrad. And thank you for getting in touch with me after the wedding. That is very kind of you. I really look forward to what life has to offer now that I'm your daughter-in-law.
No. I look forward to what life has to offer you now that I'm your father-in-law. You have always been the sweetest woman I've known, so please know just how thankful I am for having someone like you come and marry my son. He had been such a selfish pain in my butt, so thank you.
Hey, you don't have to say that. He has a lot of great things about him as well, and that's why we ended up getting married. I understand that he has a sloppy side to him, but from now on, I'll work together with him to slowly fix that.
Keegan is a very lucky man for being able to find such a loving and caring young woman like yourself. And I'm not just saying how thankful I am towards you for taking him, but also taking his super selfish mother.
Excuse me? His mother?
I really have no idea how to explain to you just how thankful I am for what you're doing. If there is anything you ever are having trouble with, let me know. I'll do whatever I can, if I can even do anything. Please take great care of those two.
Hold on a second, Conrad. What do you mean by those two?
In just 2 days, Keegan's mother will be moving in with the both of you, right? I'm really sorry that I had to divorce her so close to your guys' wedding.
What? Huh? She's coming to live with us now? I have been trying to call you for a whole day now, yet you haven't been answering any of my calls, Keegan. Why won't you pick up your phone?
I was just getting some very much needed sleep is all. I slept so well that I won't need to sleep for at least a couple of days now. Did you need something from me? Wedding is over with now, so you shouldn't be needing much right now, right?
I want to know why right after our wedding, you've been dodging all my calls for a day. And what is this about you going with your mother out to a resort and leaving me here at the house all alone right after our wedding? And yesterday, I started to hear some things from your father that I thought I'd never have to hear.
My mom has done everything for me ever since I was a little baby, so I had to show her how thankful I am. I wanted to take her to that resort so that her and I could take some time to relax together. What's so bad about that?
That is not the problem I'm having right now. I told you already that I just wanted it to be you and I living together, right? So why did I hear from your father yesterday that your mother would be coming now as well?
What the heck? Did my dad really have to go and spoil everything like that? I planned to make it a big surprise for you and everything. Well, he wasn't lying to you then. My mom is coming to live with us now. The wedding is all over with now, so it's about time someone's parents, or I guess I should say parent, moved in with us, right?
What? No! I have no idea what you're going on about right now, Keegan. It's only been 3 days since our wedding. We haven't even had a honeymoon or anything yet, and you're talking about having your mother come and live with us? What is going on here? Is this what you meant by things would be getting better after the wedding?
That's right. Because tomorrow my mom is going to be living with us. I'm sure you've been looking forward to this, right? I know you were going on and on about how you didn't want to be living with anyone's parents, but that was all lies, right? I realize that I really need my mom, so that's why she'll be coming. You never have to do anything like cook or clean, so I really need my mom right now more than ever.
And do you know why I'm never cooking and cleaning? Because I'm the one working more hours than you, requiring me to be out of the house a lot of the time. Did you really think it was a smart idea to make a choice like that without even talking to me first?
Huh? That house is under my name.
And? What are you trying to say right now? How does your name being on the house and having your mother come and live with us have anything to do with one another? From the start, I was telling you that I did not want either of our parents living with us. We talked about that plenty of times before we even got married. I thought things were understood between you and I, and that we would be able to enjoy our lives as a married couple together with nobody else around. Does this mean you were never actually listening to what I said?
I actually never said this to you before getting married, but my mom and dad got a divorce.
And I heard about that from your father yesterday.
That's when I realized I need to take care of my mom now. And my mom told me that she wants to support me. So why can't she come to our house and live with us, right? You and I are upstairs, so I was thinking of making the room next to the living room my mom's room. Could you please get all your things out of there?
Are you being serious right now? We put that room together for our first baby when we have kids. Ugh, I can see now that no matter what I say to you, you're not going to listen.
When you're pregnant, we can think about where to put the kid. But right now, my mom is coming to live with us, so we need a place for her. She is in need of a place, so we have to help her.
You're not doing this to help her, though. You're doing this because you want someone else to start doing the chores and cooking for you because you don't want to, right?
It's been a real pain in my butt having a wife around who doesn't do anything for me. Even my mom understands that.
So that's why during our whole wedding, your mom was completely ignoring me and wouldn't even look me in the eyes when I approached her. I was wondering what happened to her, but now I know that she's been deceived.
Well, who cares now? No matter what you have to complain about me, it's not going to matter. This is my surprise present to you, so you're going to have to take it. You always said you didn't want to live with either of our parents, but that had to be a lie, right? And the same goes for me, right? I might have said a thing or two about not wanting my parents to move in with us, but I was lying as well. Tomorrow, my mom will be moving in, so clean out that room.
Then I'll be moving my things out.
Oh? That would be wonderful. I know that you and I were both kidding about not wanting anyone's parents moving in, but I also expect you to put up a bit more of a fight. Thank goodness you are so easy to talk with.
Well, I've already come to the conclusion that no matter what I say, it'll be landing on deaf ears. Now, I'm going to go deal with my things. She'll be moving in tomorrow, right? That means you'll be coming home together with her, right?
That's right. Get everything ready to celebrate my mom moving in. See you tomorrow.
I hope you're looking forward to this. Conrad, what you were saying yesterday was no joke. But I'm very sorry to have to say that I never knew about Keegan's mother moving in with us.
I thought that might have been the case. I was thinking that he went ahead and made the choice to move her in with you both on his own, and totally skipped asking you about it. That's one of the reasons I reached out to you yesterday, to make sure you were aware of what would happen. I thought there would be no way my son could do that to you. But now you had to get all caught up in my son's selfishness, just like I've been. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry for what's happened. If anything, I'm the one who should be sorry. We went through with that large wedding and everything, yet I'm not going to be able to live with Keegan's mother. And like you've been saying, your son is a very selfish man, and I can no longer put up with his self-centered thought process any longer. I'm sure you don't want to be hearing this from me, and it's strange for me to even be bringing it up to you in the first place.
Oh, listen, it's fine. I have known for a very long time now that you are a wonderful young woman, and so I can completely understand where you're coming from. But my son is not the right person for you, and I've known that for a while as well. He has always lived life being spoiled by his mother, and because of that, he has always thought that he didn't need to do anything because his mother would come to save him. I think that whatever you have in mind will not only teach him a lesson, but bring some joy to me as well.
You think so? Hearing you of all people say something like that actually makes me feel better about what I have up my sleeve.
This is because I feel very bad for you. So if there is anything you need from me, please don't keep yourself from asking me.
Thank you so much. That actually is one thing I'd love to ask for your help with.
Answer your dang phone! What happened to all the things in our house? Why is there nothing in the kitchen and living room? What the hell did you do while I've been out of the house? Why didn't you ask me for permission before doing whatever you've done?
You're the one that never asked me for permission before bringing your mother home, so what's the problem here?
What was that? If you're looking at your phone right now, then you can pick up my dang calls. What the hell has happened to all the furniture and everything in this house?
All of the furniture and everything? That was all my stuff that I brought into the house when we moved in.
What? What the hell are you trying to say right now?
I told you that I'd be taking care of all my things, didn't I? So I went and took care of all my things. Do you have a problem or something with what I've done?
Of course I have a problem with this. I told you just to take care of all your things that were in the room next to the living room, right? Why did you take things like all the appliances in the house and all the furniture as well? Tell me what you are trying to do right now.
Things like all the appliances and the furniture were bought with my money, so there shouldn't be any problems with you, right? I'm leaving that house for good now, so I decided that I'd take it all with me. Am I wrong for doing what I've done?
What? You're leaving for good? You're leaving my house for good? Why are you leaving the house? What do you want to tell me about now? I never heard anything from you before about how you wanted to leave my house. What is going on here, Allison? Who do you think you are, leaving my house without even saying anything first?
I've told you already, Keegan. How many more times am I going to have to tell you? You were the one that started doing things without talking to me first. And I've grown really tired of you doing things like that with me, and this is the outcome of that. That's why I found out that the only thing left there was for me. That's when I figured out that the only thing there was left for me to do was leave. I did what you asked of me yesterday, and that was clean out all my stuff from the room next to the living room. So there should be no problems, right?
But you're leaving my house for good. So that means we won't be living together under the same roof anymore, right?
Nope. Because we are getting a divorce now.
What?
We are getting a divorce, and that is why I had to gather up all my things and get them out of that house yesterday. I had someone who was able to come and help me as soon as I called for them, so we made it all happen like a piece of cake. I can no longer handle being with you, and I will not let your mother or you follow me. The two of you can figure something out for yourselves now. The house is your house after all, right?
No. Are you actually being serious about this right now? What the hell are you talking about, Allison? A divorce? I never heard anything from you about that either.
And I never heard anything from you about having your mother move in with us last minute. If you're going to call that your surprise present to me, then consider this divorce my surprise present to you. I hope you enjoy it just as much as I've enjoyed that present from you. Your father was kind enough to get all the divorce papers in line for me, so make sure you get them from him and hand them in as soon as possible. If you try fighting this divorce or try to do anything weird, you are only going to be wasting both of our time, and that's not very good.
What? What the? You had my dad helping you? You went and brought all of this up with my dad?
I had to, Keegan. Who do you think was the one who helped me get all my things out of your house?
No way. You asked my dad to help you move away and he actually helped you? Why would you even get my dad involved in all this in the first place? And why would he help you?
Because your father was the one who offered me the help. So I just went along with what he was saying and asked that he bring his truck to help me escape. Also, he was the first person I heard from about how you and your mother had been planning for your mother to move into the house without ever talking to me.
Huh? Since when have you and him been so close to where you guys can talk about things like that?
It all started with how he told me how he was happy to have finally said goodbye to his selfish little son. And then after that, he said as a token of his thanks for taking you, he would help me with anything I needed. So he went and asked a friend of his who owns a small moving business to come over to the house and help me move out. Your father came along as well with his pickup truck and helped me with whatever other things I had, and we got out of there. That's why even the heaviest of furniture, like the coffee table and dining table, are all gone.
So you're being serious about this? You really plan to leave this house and me? Why do you want a divorce? And what about my things like the TV and my stereo system? Were you really that upset about me moving my mom into the house with us? She is my very important mom. So why can't you understand how I feel about her?
Come on. I had told you time and time again, even before you and I started dating. I did not want to have to live with either of our parents after getting married, and that was no joke. And as for the TV and stereo system, those are both mine as well. I brought a lot of those things with me from my old place, and then whatever else we needed that I didn't have, I bought with my own money. There's no reason for me to be leaving my things with you, right? Most of it I've already sold in hopes of getting enough money for me to have a decent place to myself. But not all of it sold for as much as I was hoping.
But how the hell are my mom and I supposed to live in this empty house that has barely any furniture or anything in it? My mom finally moved into here today, and now there is nothing for her to sit on out in the living room and no TV for her to watch her dramas on. Don't you at least feel sorry for her?
Would you shut your mouth already, you asshole?
What?
How much more are you going to keep whining and complaining about things, causing Allison all kinds of trouble before you feel satisfied with being a little bitch? How freaking stupid are you? I mean, really? You think you can just get away with doing whatever you want because your useless mother spoiled the hell out of you or something? You don't even work a proper job right now at your age, so what makes you think you deserve any respect from anyone for what you do? I'm embarrassed to think that I'm your father of all people. Wait, my father? Is that you, Dad? That's right. I can't watch this happen anymore, because you are so freaking annoying that it's driven me up so many walls. Hold on a second. Why are you with Allison right now? I have no idea what's been going on here, so please explain this all to me. You didn't say anything at all to your wife, and decided to move your mother into that house, even though Allison had specifically told you multiple times that she didn't want anyone's parents moving into the house. And then you only first started to talk about it the day before your mother was going to move in, like you could get away with something like that because she's just your mother. Also, I've heard about how you don't have a job right now. Since when did you go and quit your job or get fired from your job? You are nothing more than a worthless leech, you. Not only have you had no job, but you've been asking for your wife to spoil you and won't even bother with things like chores or cooking. And then you started to ask your hard-working wife to do things for you like the cleaning and the cooking, right before bringing your mom into the house, which your wife had specifically told you not to. You are so mentally... I'm crying right now just thinking about how much of a screw-up you've become. How old are you even? Stop acting like a damn child and snap back into reality. God damn it. What? Why were you told about how I'm unemployed right now? Wait, Allison even knew about it? How did she find out? I made it seem like I was working a job all that time and did everything to make sure nobody would find out I've been unemployed.
But the thing is, you're not very good at lying. Always sitting around the house all day like that does not make for a good cover-up. You really thought I wasn't going to notice you never leaving the house?
Is that you again, Allison? What the hell is going on here? How are you able to find that out?
I just told you, you idiot. And the reason your father had to just butt in there is because he couldn't watch this unfold anymore. He was so upset about what his son had turned into that he took my phone from me and started to tear into you. And that's just how fed up your father and I are with you. Do you understand that now? This is why your father has been helping me.
But why would you tell my dad about how I'm unemployed now? You've gone and made me look like a useless freak.
What? So you've known that you're a useless freak all this time then? Then maybe you should have gone out and found another job, you idiot. But instead, all you did was sit around the house like a sloth, eating chips and watching your movies, never even bothering with the chores I asked you to do. I only let that go on for a little while because you and I had only just married. I'd even thought to myself that maybe once the wedding was over with, you'd finally get back on track and look for a new job, but you didn't. Instead, you went and started your plan of moving your mother into our house, even though I said no to something like that so many times. Right?
I had no choice, though. My mom only has a little bit of money coming from every month from her Social Security, so she was in need of someone who could take care of her in her old age. And what was supposed to make taking her in pay off was the fact that she'd clean and cook for me. I thought that by having her around it would help you out and that you'd be alright with everything.
Did you just say her Social Security? Keegan, she's not even 60 years old yet. Do you have any idea how old one has to be before getting that?
What? She's not getting money every month yet?
You don't even have any common sense. I'm out of here, man. There's no way a man like you in your 30s has made it this far like that. And now you're talking like you need your mother back because you can't even take care of yourself? What the hell happened to you? Honestly, I don't even want the answer to that one. Just go ahead and leave me alone now. You have that whole house to yourself now to do with what you want. And you can even have your mother sleep with you now upstairs. But beware, you might have the place under your name, but who do you think has been the one paying for it? Me. And now that I'm out of there, you'll have to pay on your own. So good luck with that.
Huh? You're not even going to continue paying for the house?
Are you actually that smooth-brained or something? What the hell? Why the hell would I be paying for a house I don't even live in anymore? Do you even understand what the definition of divorce is? I'll be getting a settlement from you as well in this divorce, so please get all your money together for that.
What? What do you keep going on about? A settlement now? I think you're taking all of this way too far.
I was the one that had to pay for that entire wedding in the end, right? And before we even got married, I had told you at least 10 times that I did not want us living with any of our parents. But you never listened and stabbed me in the back only days after the wedding. This divorce is because of all that, and I will need you to pay me back for a part of that wedding. I want at least half of what that wedding cost me. Your father even said he'll get you to pay, so don't even begin to think that you can run.
What? My dad said that? What the hell is going on? Why is my dad taking your side in all of this? I am his son, his only child. And my mom had to be kicked out of the house by dad as well. You both are the worst. At least give me back all the furniture that you took.
You really think that your father and I are the worst? Because of how useless your mother is, your father had to live a life of hell. I don't want to say anything more about what happened with those two because they're not my parents, but he struggled for a long time dealing with you two. It was also your mother who chose to leave and not your father forcing her out. Your father had nothing to do with that, and he made sure that she had some money in order to take care of herself for a little bit. There you go. You can see now that your father did nothing more than get rid of 2 bad eggs, so stop your complaining.
I'm sure that may be the case, but this is bad for me. Allison, please do not divorce me like this. I don't want to lose you, okay? I want for you, my mom, and I to all get along together and be happy.
I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not your guys' family anymore. Also, your mother was never even family to me from the very beginning. You both do nothing but care for yourselves, and anytime something you do affects other people, you just expect them to deal with it because you guys know you can't be asked to give up something you want for someone else. So to hell with you both. Go and sign those dang divorce papers and then get the hell out of my life. Now, that is it from me. Bye forever. Enjoy your new life with that mother of yours. Conrad, thank you so much for everything you've done for me. Because of you and your help, I was able to find myself a new place right away and was able to move into there without any hiccups.
Not even that is enough to thank you for what you'd done by getting my son and ex away from me, and then giving them what they both deserve. But the fact that they caused you that much trouble this time, I am so sorry.
You don't have to worry about that anymore. I hope that by doing what we've done to Keegan, he'll have learned a thing or two and will no longer be a problem for either of us ever again.
Allison, I'm sure after this we won't really be seeing one another anymore, but if there is ever anything, and I mean anything, you need my help with, please let me know and I'll do my best. To me, even if you are leaving my son to be on your own, you are my daughter. Like my daughter, I should say. I'll make sure you get that money you asked for in the settlement, so please relax and take some time to think about what you'll do next.
Thank you so very much for helping me get here, Conrad. If ever there's another chance for you and I to talk or meet, I'll really be looking forward to it. Now, since you and I are both on our own again, let's be careful while making the most of our lives as single adults again. After Conrad went and had a very long talk with his son in private, and a very loud one, I hear, he was able to talk Keegan into signing the divorce forms and giving me the money I had requested. Right now, the divorce has been completed and I'm just waiting for that money to come into my bank account. It seems that Keegan's mother has some pretty decent debt and was hoping that her son would be able to pay it all off for her. But with the way things turned out for Keegan, she can no longer think about relying on him, and their relationship of being a very close mother and son has turned into two adults battling it out in an empty house every day. I'm sure it really is a sad life to be living, but there's nothing I can do about it, and nothing I'd want to do about it. As for myself and how things ended up with me, I'm still going out with Conrad every so often for coffee. We talk about how our lives have been going after our divorces and about how much more peaceful things are now after getting rid of those children.
If I'm correct, today's your birthday, right? How old are you going to be turning today?
I'm going to be 42 years old, and why the heck are you asking about my birthday now? And before we even get to that, weren't you supposed to be coming home early today? I've been waiting all day for you to be here so we can celebrate.
How lame of you to be waiting for someone that doesn't care to be home with you. There's nothing about your birthday that makes me want to be there celebrating it with you.
Is that really something you should be saying to the woman you've been married to for 15 years?
Well, be aware that those 15 years we've had together end today.
What does that mean, Tony?
I'm saying that you and I are getting divorced. I'm still in my freaking 30s, aren't I? However, you're turning 42 years old today. You're already halfway through your life, and you're going to be out of this world long before I am. Do you really think I want to stay married with someone that won't even be around for my later years in life? Who will I have around the house to help me when I'm retired and am no longer in the mood to do things myself?
What are you talking about? In just another 3 months or so, you're going to be turning 40 years old. So tell me, what the heck has gotten into you today with all of this age talk? Never before have you gone on about our ages until today, and saying that you want a divorce now because I'm a little older than you isn't going to change you still becoming a 40-year-old man soon.
I've already chosen to get divorced from you today. So, whether you like it or not, there's nothing you could do to stop me. Now, grab all your things from the house and get out of there. I already handed in the divorce papers, so it's final.
Huh? Are you really being serious about all this divorce talk right now?
Why wouldn't I be serious about all of this after all the time I've wasted talking to you about it?
Well, if you and I get a divorce, then what are we going to do about our daughter? Lainey has only just entered high school and everything, so breaking apart now would put her through a lot of unnecessary stress.
Well, Lanny's been telling me that she doesn't want to live in a house together with a hag like you anymore. Now that she realized how old you really are. She plans to stay with me and live here after you're gone.
What? She's being serious as well? Did you already talk with her and everything about the divorce you're wanting?
I have, and we decided that the both of us want you to disappear from our lives for good. At this point, not only do I not need you around anymore, but neither does Lanny.
Saying all of those awful things about me, talking with my daughter about that before my birthday is terrible. I can't even believe that you talked with Lainey first about divorcing me before even asking me about all of this first.
When it comes to Lanny and talking with her about serious things, it's only natural that I talk with her first. She is an amazing young woman, and I'm very much aware now that she does not want to be living together with an idiot like you. Now, you're beginning to get on my nerves by sticking around right now, so hurry up and get lost.
I seriously never actually thought that you'd be talking with our daughter about things like that. Well, it's already happened now. Thanks for telling me all of this.
Another thing, you're going to still need to pay child support after the divorce.
You want me paying child support?
I'll be the one having to keep her in my house and looking after her, so it's only fair that you pay for her.
Then what about any sort of settlements?
What are you talking about now? I'm not going to be paying you a single penny, even if you ask. That should be an amazing present for a 42-year-old woman, right? You'll lose your young and strong husband, and be forced to live by yourself as you grow older and older, with nobody around to love you.
I never could have imagined that I'd be called an old hag by you on my birthday. And I never even thought it was possible for both my husband and my daughter to talk about divorcing me behind my back. But if you are both on the same page about wanting to leave me today, then there's no helping keeping you both around me. I guess I will be leaving this house.
You are no longer going to be part of this family, and don't you ever think you can come back to us in the future. All we are to you now is a couple of complete strangers.
If that's what the both of you want to think of me. But just make sure that you both never come around me again, as I'm going to be a stranger to you both from now on as well. And don't you ever forget what I just said to you. Why are you not answering your phone? I am trying to get a hold of you because we're in a bit of a pickle over here. If you're going to do nothing besides call me over and over with no prior context, then I'm not going to answer you. Can you tell me why the heck you're trying to talk with me after 4 years have gone by? Especially after what we all agreed on after I left. This is a very scary emergency and Dad needs your help. What? He got into a serious accident and will need to get surgery done on him right away. Did you seriously not stop to think that me calling you over and over like that might mean that there's an emergency over here? I don't really care what you think about all of this. It's an emergency, and you need to answer the phone right away. Oh, could this actually mean that an old hag like you has never answered a phone call in her life on her cell phone and has no idea how to? If you've only come here to say rude things to me again, I can go ahead and just block you for good. That's not what I'm wanting to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about having you pay the $30,000 medical bill that will come with Dad's surgery. What? Ah. So that's what's going on here then. This must be some kind of scam call asking me to pay money for one of my family members even though they don't actually need it right now. Huh? What are you going on about? That's not what this is. I am telling you the truth when I say that I need you to give us the money to pay the medical bills, but this isn't a scam at all. Really, all the medical care that Dad's receiving is going to cost us $30,000 and we need that money from you. And this isn't just for him, but for your daughter as well, so pay up. Excuse me? My daughter? Right now, Dad doesn't have anyone else he can count on to pay the bills. I really hate having to ask an old hag like you for help at this point in time, but you're the only person with the money to be able to hand it over to us immediately. So, can you just get to work sending that $30,000 I've asked for to me? Sending that money to you? Why do I have to be the one to give you both that kind of money? How many times are you going to make me tell you this? Have you already become senile? Open your gosh dang eyes, old hag! Dad's got into an accident and he's going to get surgery very soon here, and so that $30,000 is needed to pay for all of the medical expenses, so give it to us. He's your ex-husband, right? And not just that, but I'm your daughter, so give us that money for our sakes, okay? I don't have a daughter, though. Huh? How about you try opening your eyes up a little, young lady? I do not have any daughters, and right now the only person I see you as is a complete stranger. Now, I don't think you're going to gain any more from me today or ever again, so I'll be going now. Hold on, you! What the hell are you talking about? You aren't going to be going anywhere right now. Do you really think you can end things between us that easily? You and your father were the ones that told me in the divorce that you no longer wanted me coming around either one of you anymore, and that you'd be cutting ties with me, right? You had both made it clear as day to me that you no longer wanted to be family and that I needed to stay a stranger to the both of you. Looks to me, though, that you both asked for more than you could handle from me and are no longer able to uphold your guys' end of the promise. That being, staying away from me. What the hell are you talking about? We had all ended things off by saying we'd all be strangers to one another 4 years ago, right? So that means that for the past 4 years and continuing on after this, you are not my daughter. And if you think that you saying you're my daughter now just because you need money from me is going to change that fact, it will not. I'm sorry, but I have no idea what kind of games you're trying to play right now. What are you saying right now? This is not the time to start joking around about what happened back then. Right now, we need to be talking about how that surgery is going to cost $30,000. And when it comes to me, I don't have that kind of money, and Dad doesn't have that kind of money in savings either. You were able to get a settlement paid out to you by Dad in the divorce back then, right? You give us that money back right now so that we can afford for Dad to get his surgery. I was given a settlement? I don't ever remember getting any sort of money in the divorce, though. Huh? It's been quite the opposite, actually. So far, I've paid your child support for the past 3 years without getting a penny from your dad or anything else in return. There's no freaking way, right? Child support? I don't even believe you for 1 second that you'd have the money nor the want to pay anything like that. Well, you don't have to believe me or not regarding something like that. I just assumed that I was still responsible for you still, even after you left me. And so that's my reasoning behind paying the child support. Even after you told me you never wanted to see me again and just wanted to be complete strangers. Just be glad that I was willing to pay your father that kind of money for you. But remember that I only have to pay your father until you turn 18 years old. Are you sure about that? Because I never heard anything from Dad about you giving him any sort of money to support me. Remember that you've been sticking around a dad that tossed his wife out of his house on her birthday while saying horrible things about her. I'm sure he'd never tell you anything about how I've been the one paying for you to be as privileged as you are. But at this point, I couldn't care less about him telling you about all of that or you believing me about it. Anyway, I don't think you or your father are in the place to be asking me for any more money at the moment, no matter how much of an emergency it is. What? So you're really not going to pay that $30,000 that we need right now? Even when I'm stressed the hell out right now because of all this? Even if you tell me that you're that stressed out right now, you have nothing to do with me and the life I currently live. It's not even like you're related to me anymore either, since you were the one that asked me long ago to forget that you were ever my daughter. I know I said some things like that, but right now the situation in the family has changed. They've changed? How have they changed? I told you that I don't think of you as my daughter anymore, and as for your father, I definitely don't see him as family anymore and gave no interest in whatever's going on in his life. You don't have to be that cold about how you really feel about us, okay? Well, don't you feel like you were cold to me back in the day when speaking to me? Huh? Whatever did I do? Well, for starters, when I was worried about you right after the divorce, I tried texting and calling you, but you'd only ever reply by asking me to shut up and stay quiet. And since months went by of you never saying anything else to me, I gave up on you. It was after how cold you and your father were to me back then that I finally realized that you both really did not care about me being around you guys anymore. And back then, I'm sure we were a bit cold to you about things. But that was 3 years ago, and I never imagined that Dad would get into such a bad accident and end up needing an emergency surgery that costs this much. If it wasn't for his situation now, I really would not be talking to you now because I really do not need you in my life besides for money. Well, don't worry about explaining your actions to me, as I feel the same about you now. And that's why now, all we are to one another is complete strangers. Hence why I've said that I do not have any daughters. So tell me again what you want with me. If you don't have any other reason for talking to me right now besides wanting me to give you money for your crappy father, then I think we can stop talking to each other now. Hold your horses! I do not like hearing you say things like that about the both of us. So are you seriously planning to not pay for Dad's medical bills? This surgery could be the one thing saving him from dying after the injuries he sustained. Is that so? Well, that must be heartbreaking for you then. But let me be very clear that he has nothing to do with me and my life anymore. So I really do question what the hell you're going on about right now with everything you've said today. When you have a problem like that within your small family, then you guys have to figure something out on your own without getting complete strangers involved. Please and thank you. Huh? You're talking about your gosh dang ex-husband! Why are you acting like you never knew him right now? And how come you can't understand how much your daughter needs you to help her right now? You should be able to understand that when a couple has a divorce, they usually regard one another as strangers thereafter, right? That is such a far-fetched argument to make right now. A far-fetched argument? I'm just telling you what actually happens in a divorce, Lainey. And let me ask you this. Is you coming to me after years of never talking to me all just to tell me that your father was in an accident and needs money right now, not some form of you trying to scam me for my money? Did you really think you were going to get me to follow along with that story? I told you that I'm telling the dang truth. Nothing about this is a scam. Well, even if it's the truth, that has nothing to do with me. I am not in the mood to hand you guys any money, and I'm not even the one responsible for you two anymore. I've already gotten remarried now and have a family of my own that I'm very happy to be a part of. Do you think you could give me the relief of staying away from my new family and I now? Huh? You got remarried? I found myself a new man that loves me way more than your father ever did, and we are married now. And he brought along his kids with him, which I've grown to view as my own now. I have some very cute kids and a handsome and kind husband that makes up my warm and beautiful family now. What the actual hell? Do you really think now's the right time to be telling your actual daughter about something like that? The right time? You and your father are the ones that left me, so I don't care if now is a good time for you or not to be saying that. I think I have every right to say and do as I please now, since I have no ties to you guys. To be frank, I forgot about you and your father a few years ago besides having to pay child support. You guys wanted me to forget about the two of you, so of course I would forget that you guys ever existed. I am your frickin' daughter, you old hag! Yet you have the balls to tell me that you forgot about me? Well, you only ever called me an old hag, and so that made you look like garbage to me that I didn't need to remain in my life. I don't have the time for people like you to be my daughter after things like that. You have to be kidding me, right? Are you really telling me the truth right now? Of course I am. I have my own life now and a family of my own who all love me very much as their wife and mother. I have no interest in you and your father anymore, and you are both complete strangers to me, so you will not be getting any of that $30,000 from me. That man is nothing to me now. All he is a monster that cheated on me with another woman and wouldn't even pay me any sort of a settlement for that. And not just that, but also divorced me on my birthday while getting my daughter to believe that I was the problem and having me kicked out of the house for good and leaving me with nothing. And even after being kicked out of the family and the house, I was still asked to pay child support for you, and when I tried to have even a simple conversation with you, you'd call me an old hag and ask that I shut up. He cheated on you? Dad cheated on you? But I never heard anything about that happening either. And I told you why that would be. That man would never say anything to you that would make you rethink what he did to me and scare you away to my side. He made good use of you by getting full custody and then taking my money. I was really worried about you years ago when this all started, and that's why I would try and get a hold of you to tell you these things. But after time and time again of you telling me to shut up, I gave up on you for good. I was tired of trying to be a good mother to someone that only thought of me as an old hag and an idiot. Mom, just wait a second. Listen to me now. If you leave me with Dad and don't help us in any way, then what's going to happen to us? I'm going to most likely end up being on my own without him. It's disgusting to hear you call me Mom after all that time had passed, so can you just call me Anne from now on? And you'll end up on your own? You are close to being 20 years old now, so I'm sure you can make it on your own without Dad. You already know that what I've said to you is final and that you won't be getting any help from me, right? So trying to carry on this needless conversation is going to get you nowhere. All you are to me is a stranger, and I thought that's who I was to you. But with something like this going on with Dad right now, can't you just help me out this once? You don't have anything going on in your life right now that you need that money for. What the hell happened to you being the nice woman that I knew you as long ago? I can see you're beginning to get frustrated now, but you have really not begun to understand that I do not want anything to do with your father and you anymore. The whole reason this all ended up happening is because you and your dad told me to get lost and stay away forever. What? Are you really going to listen to what we told you so many years ago like that? Well, weren't you both the ones enforcing what you asked from me for years after the divorce took place? You and your nasty father were the ones that laid out the playing field for us, and all I could do was follow your guys' rules. If you still feel as though you can get me to come and help you after all that, then maybe you need to go and talk to your father first about everything. he'll tell you the same thing and will most likely not even want my help. So, do you have anything else to say to me? Anything else to say to you? You're being a freaking witch right now. Well, if you have nothing else to say, then it's time for me to go. Wait, Mom! You're taking things way too far by saying you don't want to see me as your daughter anymore. I am asking you to please come and help me. I need your money. No. I will never talk with you ever again after this, no matter how much you think you can get away with asking me for money. You were an awful daughter, and need to understand that there's nothing you can do to change my mind about that. Now, goodbye forever. And if after today your life becomes a living hell, just know that you deserve every bit of it. Anne made it very clear to Lainey that day that she never wanted to talk to her again. In reality, Lainey was never there asking for money to help her father with his surgery in the first place, as her father was never in any accident and was not in need of any life-saving surgery. She had assumed that she could use her position as what she thought was Anne's daughter to beg for money during a fake time of need. Really, the only thing that Lainey needed that money for was to keep her from having to go out and work a real job to make income. But now that she wouldn't be getting anything, she will have to find a job just like everyone else. Luckily, Anne was never willing to fall for the lies that Lainey had tried getting her to fall for, and ended things between herself and her demented daughter once and for all. Now, Anne can really move forward from her sad past and look towards the future of being with her warm and caring family.